Hey everyone, welcome to day 18 of our video per day series. And today I'm going to be continuing in the series of how deductions can help your business and making sure that you can maximize those deductions. We're going to talk specifically about your home office deduction and your vehicle deductions. And so what I want to talk about is your home office, how you can benefit from your home. So a lot of times, if you've been to any of my trainings, you've heard me say that 99% of the people on this training have a deduction that they could be missing, but it's available to them. And that is your home. Most of you live somewhere, and so you can actually benefit from your home as a deduction in your business. And what that looks like is if you do business out of your home, some of the business that you do, because you do business in your home, some of the expenses that belong to your home actually belong to the business. And so the IRS allows you to write off your home office deduction based on the usage that you use your home for your business. So what has to happen? A few things. You need to make sure that you have a designated space in your home that is used only for business. So unfortunately, your kitchen table doesn't count because obviously you eat there. But if you have a space that's designated solely for your business, you're able to take the square footage of that space divided by the square footage of your entire home. And that's going to give you the percentage that you're able to write off of certain expenses. And I'll talk about those expenses next. And the designated space doesn't have to be a full room. So it doesn't have to be like I'm in my office. It doesn't have to be an office. It could be a section of a room, but that section has to be designated. So a lot of times you'll see people that they have literally a section in a larger room that section is what's designated, and they still get a benefit because they take the percentage of that section divided by the whole house. And so some of the expenses that you can be writing off, if you are a renter, your rent is going to be one of the expenses that you can write off. You're going to have cable, internet, all of those good stuff, even landscaping. If you have someone come and they do your cutting your grass, your internet cable, phone, all of those expenses, your utilities, those can be written off in that percentage of the space divided by your total. If you own your home, unfortunately, mortgage does not count because mortgage is not an expense. It's actually a loan that you're paying off, right? So your mortgage doesn't count. However, if you own your home, your property taxes, your insurance, your interest, those are going to count as deductions that you'll be able to deduct and that percentage that you get from taking the designated space divided by the total. So your home office deduction is something you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of if you work from home and you have a space that's designated for your business. The second thing I want to talk about when it comes to your home office, what I just talked about was basically your actual expense method. So it's you figuring out your percentage and then all of your actual expenses, you're going to write them off at that percentage. The IRS also allows you to have what they call a simplified method. So you basically get that. You get the square footage that you have that's designated for your home office, but it's actually the deduction is actually going to be $5 a square foot for a maximum of $300 that you can write off as that deduction. So they give you the simplified method where you just take the $5 per square footage, or you can do the actual method where you get all of those expenses, you figure out what the totals are, and then you deduct at the percent of what you calculated with that designated space. So you're allowed to use those two methods. Similarly, your business use of your personal vehicle, what I talked about yesterday when we said that you would get your mileage and figure out how much mileage is used for business versus your total mileage so you can get that percentage. Similarly, when you are deducting for that, you're able to use the actual or the simplified method, which the simplified method is the standard mileage. So basically you're going to take the mileage that you have driven and you're going to multiply it by the rate that the government gives you for that year. And that's going to be your deduction. Or you can take your percentage that you calculated and total all of your expenses for your vehicle that you have, and the write-off is going to be based on that percentage. So as you can imagine, for the vehicle, it's probably less stressful for you instead of keeping all of those expenses that you pay for your vehicle to use the standard. And for home office, it might be more beneficial for you to actually take all of those expenses that you pay for your home because you have them and it's typically, once a month. So you are going to have those 12 as opposed to every time you get gas So it might be more beneficial for you to use the actual for the home office deduction. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.